All right, so we're gonna try to make goat cheese for the first time. We're gonna come out here and get a little milk. We, after the babies were 2 or 3 weeks old, we separate them from the mamas at night only, just so we'll have more milk. And I tie their leg with a rope here so they don't kick the milk bucket over. But anyway, we'll get some milk and make some cheese. All right, so for a couple of days we've been going out milking the goats, collecting milk, and we bring it in, and I'll use a coffee filter, put a little rubber band around it to keep it on there, and kind of filter any hair or dirt particles that might have fell in while milking the goats. We'll get it ready for making some cheese. We're going to use probably maybe a little over a half a gallon. Alright, so I'm going to start heating the milk slowly at this little temperature gauge, and I'm positioning it so I don't want the bottom of the probe to touch the bottom of the saucepan, because that could make it, show something inaccurate. And then, while this is warming up, get the lemon juice ready. Do not use store-bought bottled lemon juice, it won't work. You have to use fresh lemon. Like I say, you need fresh lemon. Probably, I heard it said 1 lemon, or maybe like a quarter of a cup. You gotta make sure and, keep stirring it every once in a while to make sure the heat is showing evenly. See, it's getting up there. We're going for 180 degrees. So it's slowly climbing. I've got it really on low because I don't want it to heat too quickly. Alright, we're getting close. And I've got my little strainer and some cheesecloth sitting in my nice bowl here so we can strain off the cheese part from the whey. We're just a little bit over 180, so it's time to add the lemon juice. Alright, so I'm going to remove it from the heat, and I'm going to pour in, it's almost a quarter of a cup of lemon juice, and then I'm going to stir it in, and then we'll mix that in, and then here you're supposed to just let it sit for a little bit, and it should start to separate. So it looks like some of the curds are starting to separate. I'll start moving them over to the cheesecloth. I don't know. Like I said, it's our first time, so I don't know how long it takes for all the curds to separate. Alright, so I got as much of the curds out there as I could, and I tied the cheesecloth up onto the spoon. And now I'm gonna let it just hang here. Don't do that. Let it hang here and wait for it to quit dripping. Alright, so we've left it hanging for a while until the moisture stopped dripping out of the cheesecloth. And here's our cheese. I imagine it'd be a little bigger for the amount of milk we had, but maybe I might do a little research and see. Maybe I did something wrong, but I think I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and let it chill, and then we'll put a little bit of seasoning on it, or maybe just try it plain. All right, let's have a look and see how our cheese looks. We'll cut it on half. All right, well, that looks pretty good. Now for a little taste test. I think I can taste a little lemon. I think we're gonna try it with a little seasoning on it. All right, so I'm gonna put a little garlic powder, and then I'm gonna put a little pepper. try it on a Triscuit. All right, so I guess our first attempt at making goat cheese was successful. And we saved the leftovers after we separated it for a nice thick lemony milk. And so if you liked it, share it and subscribe. And that way you can come back and see what else we have going on.